Good evening folks, I'm going to do 3 separate videos tonight, but I thought I'd pull them all out together for this initial video, and that's going to be the new mould Corgi Beaufighter in its BANFF livery, the most recent Ju-87 B2 Stuka representing an aircraft out of St Paul, France in the winter of 1940 in its night livery, and then finally the most recent Ju-88 A5 representing an aircraft from the Blitz in winter 1940. So first up, I'm going to do the new Beaufighter. So first up is the new Corgi Beaufighter. Same there, obviously, it was announced in the catalogue last year and took its time to come through. A little bit late for the D-Day celebrations, but this one represents a Mark 10 straight out of BANFF in Aberdeenshire. And they were often, they used mosquitoes as well on the BANFF strike wing, and they were affectionately known as torpedoes because they carried the torpedo. This one is obviously Corgi's first attempt, and as you can see by the almost swept sort of towel fin look there, at the back it's a Mark 10. It's actually a really nice aircraft. They've done a really good job on it. A lot of collectors will have Hobby Master Beaufighters in their collection, and they are pretty decent, but there's always been lots of rumblings around the undercarriage, and they seem to have done a really decent job on it there, as you can see. They're a little bit tricky to fit because they're in pins, so for anybody who's got a Hobby Master Beaufighter, they sort of slot in almost like a, how can I put it, almost like a block, and they do fit in quite snugly and nicely, but they just don't look quite right, and they seem to have done a really good job on this. Looking at the actual paint scheme, it's quite shiny. I don't know if it's meant to be that shiny. It's probably not showing up too much in the video, but it really is quite glossy, I think, the finish. But it's a lovely looking finish on the aircraft. So if you have a look there, you've got the D-Day stripes on the fuselage, and this would be obviously October 1944. So by then the wings had generally been taken off, or the stripes on the wings have been taken off, and in a lot of aircraft cases there'd be half stripes, so just half of the fuselage, so the bottom half of the fuselage, but in this case it's got the full bit around there. As you can see, it's tempo printed, so no horrible decals or decals, whatever you want to call them. The difference as well with this Beaufighter is that the canopy doesn't come off, and obviously the tail gunner there, or the mid gunner, whatever you want to look at it, that doesn't come off. So a lot of the Hobby Master version, you have to put a few bits and pieces on, which can be, obviously the more you fiddle with it, the more things that can come off. The one big issue, if there is a big issue, is that this aircraft can't sit on its stand with the torpedo on. So if you're going to put it on the stand, whether it's wheels down or wheels up, you can't have the torpedo fitted, which is a bit silly really, looks like it hasn't been fully thought through. Maybe that's something to look at going forward, because there's plenty more schemes to do. I'd certainly like to see a Battle of Britain Beaufighter, an early Beaufighter in that scheme, and certainly loads more D-Day ones as well. I'm also a big fan of Malta, the desert, and of course Southeast Asia as well. The Australians used it quite a lot. Yes, it's affectionately known as the Turbo, this one, and this one flew out of, as I said, the BANFF strike wing in Scotland. And basically they just hunted down Axis shipping and just sort of just pummeled the German war machine really into submission, in the sense that they were just cutting off the supplies to and from wherever they were trying to get them from, whether it be remaining parts of Russia or Norway or whatnot, and it really sort of stopped them in their tracks. And of course the Mosquito is one of the aircraft that they flew as well, so if anybody's just seen one of the Mosquitoes that's now flying out of New Zealand, one of them that has gone to the Rod Lewis collection in Texas, and that's in full D-Day stripes with rockets, and Corgi do a rocket firing Mosquito as well, and that would make a lovely sort of pairing with this, to go in sort of a BANFF strike wing look. But yeah, really nice looking aircraft. I think they've done a good job on this Corgi. It's a shame about the stand issue, but overall I think, good solid 8 or 9 out of 10. It really is a lovely looking plane. Again, nice with all your Hobby Master Beaufighters.